Right, so just a little repair job here on a fire station. I'll take these bricks down. You can see where it's already been rebuilt once. Up to where my level is there. He was doing some fire drills and pushed the legs out on the fire engine and it's bumped the wall over. See where the main impact of the damage is. So that's the wall all stripped down now, ready to go. I've unloaded the new bricks out the van and loaded up the van with the old bricks. But unfortunately at the moment the heavens have just opened up, so I thought I'd just use this as a quick opportunity just to tell you all about who I am, where I'm from, etc. So some of you may know me and recognise me from Facebook and Instagram. I've had pages on there for quite a few years now, but I've decided now to start jumping over to YouTube and bring you a bit more and more life and a bit of it in depth with the bricklaying, talking about the business, etc., and things that I've got going on, like, you know. So my background, I come from a background of bricklayers. My dad's a bricklayer, all my brothers are bricklayers. I've been involved with it my whole life. I was keen from a very early age, to be fair. In my younger years, I was always pestering my dad, asking him to go to work with him, etc. Always had a passion for it. I think it's because watching my dad over the years and watching how he's took so much from this game and provided for me and my three brothers, it's always been a big interest to me in what he's always done on his day-to-day basis of his life in the game, like, you know. So I think that's probably obviously the major factor of why I've become a bricklayer, and from the early years, you know, why I was basically, everyone used to call me my dad's shadow when I was younger, because everywhere he went I was just pestering, can I go with you? And it was the same with the weekends when he was going to work on site. It's a change a lot nowadays, like health and safety is a bit more involved now, so you can't really do it. But 20 odd years ago, you know, I was able to go on site on the weekends because there was nobody in. But yeah, so I've always had a passion for it. I've always enjoyed it. I've always been interested in the game. And then say through my early years, I was going to work with my dad. Teenage years, then I started actually doing some, you know, labouring on the hod for him. loading out, pointing up, etc. And then left school then at 16 in 2007 and jumped on the yard for him full time. Run the yard for him for, well, we had 12 months in the game, and then the 07 recession, 08 recession come in, and then we had to get out of it for a little while. I worked in the local fish and chip shop and B&M Bargains while we was out of work. And then I'll never forget it, I was doing a night shift and my dad phoned me up. He said it's all kicking off again, and I had the biggest smile on my face ever because I was going back to the trade, which I absolutely loved, like, you know. So yeah, so jumped back on the yard with my dad for a few more years. At the age of 20, I finally got the full time on the trail with him. And then at the age of 21, then I decided to break away and start Mahoney Brickworks off, and I've been running it ever since. I had a short time out of it in 2016. I like to do a bit of boxing on the side. And in 2016 was the first time I ever decided to do some boxing. And didn't close the business down, but I went and worked with my dad for 6 months, so I didn't have the stresses of work after work, etc. and things like that. And I was just training and enjoying my life for a little while, like, you know. But then I had all the builders, which I do the work for around Solihull, Birmingham area, was calling me up saying, come on Ash, let's get back to it again, like, you know. So yeah, I come back out here in, say, late 2016, start of 2017, and I've been full hammer with it up to now, like, you know. So we do a lot of commercial work, a lot of domestic work as well. Do a lot of new build houses, extensions, garden walls, pretty much everything you can name that you need to put a brick to it. We're involved with it, like, you know, and I enjoy it, I really do. The business side of things I do find quite tough at times, but the more years that have gone by and the more years I've been more in the game, you know, the experience that you add to your game, basically, it's process, basically. I'm a big believer. Time served is a big thing in this game, and you got to do your years to get, you know, the stars which you want, I suppose, like, you know. So yeah, but it looks like now that the rain's is about to stop, so I'm gonna go and find a plug so I can get my mixer out, get the sand and cement in there, get some mix on the go, and then start rebuilding this wall. So hope you're enjoying what you're watching so far, people, and yeah, some bricklaying coming up for you. Top man. Oh, thank you very much for that. Birmingham pal. Yeah, Birmingham fella, right, yeah, that's where I'm based, mate. Thank you so much, I really appreciate that. Yeah. No, certainly not. Yeah. I very much appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay then, buddy. Thank you. Bye-bye. So that's very nice. A phone call off somebody from my Instagram page. He was just saying how much he's impressed by what I do. And he was hoping that I'd be quite more local to what he is, to be able to get a job in for him. But a lot of us on there with the community, if any work comes through, we'll speak to chaps up and down the country and see whether one of them be able to get on a job. So I've asked them to forward the emails onto me, and I'll be putting it in some of the group chats which I'm in to see if any other lads can go and get on the job. Look, but he was saying how impressed he was with the work and the things that are posted. So nice bit of feedback. So yeah, we're gonna get the mix on now. So this is a Mahoney Mix 150. So I'm halfway up on the wall now. I'm battling the elements, as you can see. It's absolutely hammering it down. But as I'm halfway up now, I'm going to put these in. These are called wall ties, and it just keeps the wall together basically. So I'll just bed them across here. I'm going to be putting these on average every 750. Put a few more in here. Size the walls already been damaged once. There will be some bollards installed once I'm finished here. And then while it's raining as well, just show you this. Brickjackets.com. Literally exactly what it is on the says on the tin. Keeps your bricks dry. And that there is my H podcast. Have a look at his YouTube page and his Instagram page as well. Deals with mental health and construction. So yeah, use that mix now. I'm gonna go and head over, put another one on. And that's my van there. If anyone, if you see me on my travels, give me a beep and a wave. This is a product that we use, it's called Hessian. Stops frost getting to the wall, and when the rain is penetrating as well. It won't necessarily keep your wall dry, but it will stop the penetrating rain from damaging the mortar, which is existing as laid. So give it a look to where we are now. Yeah, this rain is getting a little bit heavy at the moment. See over there, it's going to start lightening up, so a quick cup of tea. So we're back in the van again. Unfortunately, it's a common theme for this time of year. You know, the rain comes and goes. You have to jump in and out of it as and when you can. And but at the moment, it's got a little bit too heavy. It looks like it might lighten up a little bit, so I'm not going to rush off just yet. You know, I do want to try and get this job finished by the end of the day, so I'm not going to come back up here. I'm about an hour and a half away from where I live. I'm based right by Birmingham Airport, for those of you that are interested in knowing. So yeah, just thought I'd have a little chat about the team of who I've got. There's 9 of us all in total, including myself. I've been steadily growing the squad as the years go on and as the jobs keep coming through. You know, I've been getting a good team together. The team which I've got now, they're a solid team, to be fair, absolutely great. I've chopped and changed over the years. I've had quite a few people that have worked for me, come and gone. But I'd say the squad which I've got at the moment is the best squad I've ever had, to be honest with you. So I've got 2 sets of 3s and 1s. They're split between 2 houses at the moment. I've got some lads up in Cookhill in God, the area. I can't think what the area is, but it's up in Cookhill. It's called, the area is. It's like Evesham way. And then the other lads are on a house in Solihull which we're building as well. A nice bespoke build, to be fair. It's really plush, so I'll get some clips on here of that in the coming future. And yeah, so my dad's got a squad as well. He's on for a firm based up in Coventry. He's not got his own company as such, but he runs a gang on site. He's a price gang lot, you know, so he runs a gang on site for a firm called Langle Build in Coventry. He's been with them for probably next to 15, 16 years now, maybe. And I'm hoping he's 58 this year, and I'm hoping in 2 years' time, when he comes near to his retirement around 60. Well, he has said he wants to come and drop in with me for a few days a week, etc. He loves the game just as much as I do. That's where I get my passion from my dad. I can't particularly ever see him putting the trowel down completely. I think it's such a big part of him. It's been such a big part of his life. He'll always want to do something. So that's where I'm quite proud, really, that I've got the business running, so he can have a big involvement with bricklaying as long as he wants to, like, you know, and help me out in the coming future, like, you know. So, but yeah, team of 9 at the moment. I'm looking to increase. I'm hoping by the end of 2023 to have at least 20 blokes on full time for us, and just steadily grow, like, you know. But I'll never ever have just anybody in my business. You know, you've got to have some sort of interest with the trade. You've got to have some sort of passion for it. You know, being someone that loves this game so much and enjoys it as much as I do, I can't have people around me that doesn't enjoy it themselves. You know, I feel like they bring the morale down in the squad. You know, I like everyone who enjoys the job, basically, and we're very fortunate in this trade. There's a lot of bricklayers up and down the country that absolutely love it, and I know of a hell of a lot of them that just absolutely hate it as well, like, you know. But for me, for the people that come into the business. They've got to be right for me, and I've got to be right for them as well at the end of the day as well. So yeah, end of this year I'm hoping to have 20 blokes on. We're all set up with a business, you know. I've got an accountant on full time, we're VAT registered, we're CIS registered as well. So, you know, everything, all the groundwork's in place basically to take this company to a really high level, which I'm hoping to get to one day, like, you know. So yeah, got to keep pushing hard every day, people, but you can achieve anything you want in this life, and I do massively believe in that. You've just got to get your head in the game, focus, pay attention, and get up and work hard every single day of your life, you know, and you'll eventually, so many days come together and you can eventually build something. And that's exactly what I've done here to now, you know, 10 years in. And I started off with, I'll never forget, the first mixer which I brought was, I think I spent about £50 on it. The drum was absolutely battered. I didn't even have a stand for it, to be honest with you. I had a little magnet sign which I brought off the internet. And yeah, my first van which I had was a Ford Escort van which I paid £400 for, you know. So if I pushed my head from back then to where I am now, I'm really proud of what I've achieved. But I think I've achieved more than what I would have asked myself back then, what, you know, where I'd hoped to get to, like, you know. So yeah, I'm proven evidence, proof in the pudding, that if you work hard every day you can achieve as much as you want, you know. And I've got big goals, I've got big aspirations for life, and I will continue to push every single day of the week to get exactly what I want out of this life, like, you know. You're only here once, you only get one opportunity here, and yeah, I'm here to make the most of it. Quickly show you these joints before I point them. Nice full joints all the way along. Really pleased with that. I've still been battling the rain all day. You can see there in the puddleometer. It is starting to come back down again. But yeah, looks good. Tickle these over now, give it another brush, and then have a clean up, pack everything up and get off. Right, so there we have it. All done. All rebuilt. To be on this side, have a look. Nice easy job. The van is absolutely rammed. I'll show you in here. Oh, she's busy. So yeah, there we go. So that's the day done, job done. I'm soaking wet, but I managed to, as I was saying earlier, jumping in and out of the rain. I had a dry patch come through, so I managed to get the brick and edge done. Then it had another downpour, so I then, excuse me, had a clean up, cleaned everything up, and then just managed to point everything up and get it all finished. So yeah, job done. I hope you enjoyed what you viewed there today, people. If you could like, subscribe and share, that would be absolutely amazing. So there'll be a lot more content coming up. I've got a school starting in a week's time, so I've got a GoPro on that, so I'll be able to show you a lot more in depth. But this is just pretty much a startup video just to get the feel of it, edit it all together, and then this side will be a lot more heavier content coming from me for a video. So yeah, like and subscribe please, people. I'll catch you all soon.